before I start applying my foundation and concealer, I want to let you guys know that I did not purchase the Fenty foundation because, number one, all of the foundations that I have now are mostly matte. Like, I only have one dewy foundation, and I really didn't want to try another matte foundation, especially now that it's winter time. I want more of like a dewy skin look. So to begin this video, I already applied my foundation. I'm not including that part in the video because this is a review specifically for Fenty Beauty products. So let's get into that. So I got three things. I got two concealers. I got one in the shade 445 to contour with, and then I got one in the shade 350 to highlight with, and I got the setting powder in the shade banana. And let's talk about these products really quick so you guys know the details. I'm pretty sure you already know, but I want to be professional in this video, so we still gonna do it. So this powder was $32, and the details basically say a super fine weightless loose setting powder in 8 sheer shades to perfect and extend makeup wear for a filtered photo ready finish on lock. This product is cruelty free, and this silky loose powder works all day to reduce shine and blur the look of pores, fine lines, and imperfections for a hyper smooth filter that won't flash back. 8 versatile shades melt into your unique skin tone, letting you set perfect and brighten without caking or settling. So that is what this baby right here does. It comes in 8 different shades. It does not give you flashback, and I got the banana one because I like for my area where I set my makeup with loose powders to look bright. Not every day, but like whenever I want to be extra. And this is how it looks. It's so chic and so Rihanna. Like, it's so pretty. Like, I love this container. And in the back, as you can see, it says banana. And it's a lot of product in here for $32. I think it's worth it. And then once you open it, it doesn't have, you know how some loose powders come with a little sponge? Once you open it, it just has a sticker to peel off right here. And it has, of course, the holes where the product comes out through. That is the setting powder. Next, the concealers that everyone is waiting for. It's like a miniature bottle of the Fenty Beauty foundation. It's so cute and small. So this concealer is $26, and it is a creamy longwear crease-proof liquid concealer with light as air, medium to full coverage that brightens under eyes and conceals blemishes and redness. Free of, this product is also cruelty free. This is a full coverage cure to live in life to the fullest. This sweet resistant formula comes in a groundbreaking range of 50 easy to shop soft matte shades, each designed to pair with your Pro Filter foundation. It is sold separately. Start with your Pro Filter foundation shade and start from there. So if you don't have the foundation, you don't have to pair it. Just go into the store, get your shade matched by one of the girls at Sephora. If not, figure it out yourself and decide which shade you think will look best on you. I know some girls have certain YouTubers that they watch because their skin tone is the same as theirs, so it's easier for them to know which foundations and concealers to buy. But basically each foundation has a concealer to pair with, so it's a little bit lighter than a foundation. But if you're the type of girl that likes a really bright highlight, then you can go a tone or two down. I went 2 shades down from what my foundation tone would be, and that's why I got the concealer in the shade 350. And then I got the concealer in the shade 445 to contour with. Let me open the one that I'm going to contour with as well, and I'm going to swatch it for you before I apply it onto my face. When I tested out in the store, they are really creamy, and when you apply concealer, let it kind of dry, not all the way, for like a minute or like a couple seconds, and then blend it out, and that will also give you full coverage. So here's the shade 350, and a little bit of that goes a long way. It's really creamy, and the product is really doable, if that's the right word. And then the darker shade that I got to contour with in the shade 445 is this one down here. So this is the shade 350 and 445. And they are so creamy, and you can tell it is full coverage. So using my damp beauty blender, I'm gonna start blending this out. This foundation that I have on is the first time that I'm wearing it, and it's the Becca Luminous foundation, and I do not like this undertone that it's giving me. I'm honestly so glad that I got this shade, because if I would have gotten the one in the 370 or 360, it was going to be too dark, because I like a bright concealer under my eyes. And I'm just applying a little more for extra coverage and just for it to look a little brighter. And I'm going to blend it out with my finger first this time. Okay, now let's go with the darker one in the shade 445 that I got to contour with. And I'm going to use my flat foundation brush to blend this out. And you can see that a little bit goes a long way. Okay, so now that we have blended out the concealer and the contour, I'm going to take some of this banana powder, and I'm just going to take a little bit onto the lid like that. And I'm going to take the same sponge that I used to blend out the concealer, the damp sponge. Don't re-wet it or anything, just use the same brush, the same sponge you were just using to blend everything out, and place it right where you concealed. And I'm going to set it into place. I'm not going to bake or anything like that. So when using this powder to set, just use a little bit. Don't over saturate your brush or your sponge, whatever you're using to set your makeup, because a little bit goes a long way. To set the rest of the face, I'm going to use my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder with my big fluffy brush. And now that we have set everything, I'm going to spray my face before I highlight. And to set my face, I use my Mario Badescu facial spray. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look for this Fenty Beauty review. I'm gonna tell you guys what I think about it now, and then I'm going to film again later on during the day, hours after me wearing this, so you can see how it worked throughout the day. So, number one, it is kind of pricey, but it is Rihanna, so you should have already expected that. For this little bottle, I think that she should have charged at least $20, not $26. I think it's a little too pricey. The consistency of the product is creamy. It's like I don't know, I'm trying to compare it to another concealer. It's like the Makeup Revolution concealer, or like the Sephora concealer if you've ever used it before. It's kind of like that. It's not too watery, it's not too dry or too thick. It's like the perfect consistency. It is very blendable. Full coverage, I wouldn't say it's full coverage. I would say it's more of a buildable product. What else? I'm gonna wear it throughout the day, like I said, to see how it works throughout the day. Right now, for the powder, I like how it looks and how it set everything into place, but I'm already noticing, I mean, my eyes, like in this area right here, already creases. So even if the concealer says not to be creasable, my eyes are still gonna crease because I have freaking creases down there. You get what I mean? But it looks kind of dry down here. I probably applied too much powder, and that's what I meant when I said when you set your concealer with the powder, only take a tad bit, don't take too much. I think I took too much, so that's why it may look like this, but it already looks like it's cracking, and like the concealer didn't set all the way in. I don't know, but so far not so good. I like it, but I don't like it. I don't think it's worth the hype of, I think her products are overhyped. That's what it is. That's how I feel. I'm not saying this hating or anything. This is like my honest opinion on the product. So I'll be checking in with you guys later on today in about 5 to 6 hours, and we'll see if these products are worth really $26. If you guys would like to see this eyeshadow tutorial, make sure to thumbs up this video and I'll post it. Okay, you guys, so I am back, and as you can see, I had a very rough day. I could not stand my eyeshadow and eyelashes any longer. So during the day, I took it off with some makeup wipes, but you can see in my T-zone area, I do get very oily in that area, so it is normal for me. Even when I use primers, I still get oily in that area. It does not matter. It doesn't make any difference for me personally, but in the area where I applied the concealer and the powder, you can see is very patchy and very creasy. And even after I wore this concealer and powder, like hours in after wearing it, I'm talking about 2 hours in, it was already looking like that. And even when I was filming before leaving the house, it was already creasing on me. So, I do not like the concealer. I don't like the consistency of it. I mean, it's creamy, it's not a dry concealer or anything. Maybe it'll work with a different powder, or maybe the powder would work better with a different concealer, because I know with certain products, like just because they're all from the same brand doesn't mean that they're all gonna work fine together, if that makes sense. For example, when I first purchased my Tarte concealer, the creaseless one, I did not like it, and I was setting it with a certain powder, but then I started setting it with the Laura Mercier powder, and it worked completely fine for me. When you get oily like this, they usually have blotting paper. Rihanna has one, in her Fenty Beauty line as well, and you basically pat your face with it and it takes the oiliness away, or you can reset your face with powder like I'm doing here. In the one previous scene, I used way too much powder, but don't mind that because I am extremely tired at this point and I'm just ready to shower and go to bed. But you guys, I expected way more from Fenty Beauty. I don't know, I'm extremely disappointed, especially for me to be a first time buyer of their brand. I really thought this concealer was gonna be it, like the concealer of the year, but I don't think so. I purchased this with my own money, and this is my personal opinion. If you are a fan of Fenty Beauty and Rihanna, I suggest that you go try it out yourself. And always remember that if you do not like the product, you can return it. Whether you purchase it from Sephora or Ulta Beauty, I know they accept returns or whatever. But this is it. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys later.
Why you gonna do like that? Why you gonna keep that thing from me? Why you gonna do